This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
This table is really tilted.
Excuse me? Am I gonna get a chance to speak?
Maybe I should take that back.
Denied. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Take a giant step for mankind.
Welcome to the Tilted Table with your hosts, Sean and Joe.
Folks, welcome to another episode of the Tilted Table, the internet's answer to a question that no one asked. I am Sean Kabibi.
And I am Joey Joe, the Fraggy Mac.
And happy holidays as we push towards Christmas.
See, that's one of my things, though. I do not like it when people say happy holidays. When happy holidays really became a thing, I remember even as a kid, I'm like, I don't like this. Don't like it at all.
I don't know. I don't remember thinking it was vastly different than saying Merry Christmas or anything else. It just seems like in recent years when, you know, more the I guess the woke or the left, call whatever you want to call it, were getting upset with Merry Christmas and they were trying to push that people should just say Happy Holidays, right? Isn't that the way?
Correct.
Okay, yeah,
correct.
Yeah, but I remember being used when I was a kid, and they just seemed interchangeable. I never thought about it being vastly different or in any way different than saying Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. You know, unless somebody said like, Happy Hanukkah, and I was confused. What the hell's Hanukkah? I wasn't that worldly yet when I was a kid.
Right. That's acceptable.
All right.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
But we are getting closer to the Christmas seasons. You got any
Well,
plans?
Christmas is my 100% my favorite holiday of the year. I mean, when it comes to like the time of the year, when it's 1,000 degrees outside and that's probably my favorite weather. But as far as like the season and like the all of the parties you get to go to and the lights and the events and the family gatherings and memories to be made and plans to make, like I love everything that surrounds the Christmas holiday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no issues with Christmas. As a kid, I loved it because you got presents. As an adult, it's not as exciting. Santa Claus isn't real. Oh man, what? That was the first wave of getting it ruined, right?
I do like watching the videos of these people that do these super elaborate like laser light shows on their houses at Christmas time. I think that's fascinating.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier now with the cheap, LED technology. You can do all that kind of cool stuff. When I was a kid, you couldn't do shit like that. It would cost you thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, you would probably need your hire like Jim Henson's animatronic team or something.
Yeah.
But now it's like, shoot, you can go on eBay or Amazon and get yourself it's those projectors that'll like geomap the front of your house.
Oh yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I was going to ask you when did you find out that Santa Claus wasn't real? Do you remember how old you were?
I'm gonna say I was like 4 or 5. It was never really a big thing at our house. So it was kind of like, and when you're a kid, this way predates like Elf on a Shelf and all that kind of stuff. It was like there was the big fat man in the funny red suit. And then very quickly it was like, he's not real, right? Yeah. Yeah. And that was my parents, right? And I was like, yeah, of course I know he's not real.
My parents didn't say one way or the other. They just let it, naturally happen. And you start to question certain things as you got a little bit older. And, my parents didn't really fight it. Like, try to, oh, no, that's because Santa Claus does this, right? They never did stuff like that. But I know one thing that they did do, and I don't know if other parents did this. I have to ask people. I could ask you. But obviously, since your situation, your parents basically told you from a very young age. I know some parents would tell their kids that, Santa brings the presents. And they, so if you're naughty or nice or whatever, that's going to determine what Santa does. My parents turned around and they said, Santa comes and brings presents, but we give you presents too. And as I got older, I realized what it was is that all the shit that I wouldn't want, like socks or new underwear,
right. Santa
brought that shit. But if I got the big ass boom box I've been asking for the last, 6 months, we bought that shit. So I was taught that Santa brought you the weak ass gifts.
It was a parental power play.
Yeah, totally. I totally did that.
Do you guys have traditions for Christmas?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Christmas dinner, and sometimes we'd have family come through, but nothing. No, not real. Nothing like Christmas caroling or any of that shit.
Or like the turkey trot for some people. Like we don't have any of those, but I would say for Christmas dinner, and our family does Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah, and I would say in before Cookie and I met, it was Christmas Day, Christmas morning. Like that's when all the magic happened. And then when I met Cookie and like with her family, they still do Christmas Day, but like everything is really about Christmas Eve.
Right. I know a lot of families do that. We never did that.
So for Christmas Eve dinner, it's always been like Mexican food and margaritas. And I don't know exactly how that started, but it's become, one of the many, many things I love about Christmas is it's, where my mother-in-law will make way too much food. There's like enough to feed 50 people and there's like 10 of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my favorites. I know that I have a couple friends that do Chinese food. I'm not sure about that one, but
okay. Well,
I'd be down.
I'm down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My dad wasn't a big Christmas person, so my mom handled the bulk of those duties. So she was the one that would, we're gonna put up a tree. We had a fake tree. We never had real trees. I just think it was simpler for my parents. Probably cheaper too. We grew up pretty poor, so it was going to be much more financially advantageous to buy a single fake tree that you can use for a long time.
Right.
And so we'd put up the tree and put up the lights, and that was a big thing with my mom. She definitely liked doing that. We were kids; we were super excited about doing it. And then the presents. This might say a lot about Santa. I do have vague memories of waking. There's nothing under the tree, and then in the morning the tree's got a bunch of presents underneath it, right? But I remember that ending fairly quick. So I would say probably 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. The presents just were under the tree, and I'm trying to remember if my mother would add more later, and those are Santa's gifts. But I'm not 100% sure when it came to a point, and I'm sure it was about when I was 8 or 9, when I was pretty much kind of over that Santa was like a real thing. That they would just load the presents underneath the trees. But I remember my mom wrapping gifts, and she would do a whole thing and trot them out, and that was if there was any kind of tradition, that was about it. Getting up early in the morning and having to open them.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, exciting as a kid. And now it's fun. Like Cookie and I don't have kids, but for our nieces and nephew to like see how excited they are and give them their presents and watch them open it, and I think it's a beautiful part of the human experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big part of being a kid, and you got those kids out there that don't experience this, and out of all the things, and I think I want to say it's simple, but it's kind of a simple thing to create this day, and there's a tree and there's lights and songs, and everybody's feeling the mood and giving kids gifts. For kids not to be able to experience that is got to be terrible.
Agreed. One of the other traditions that I don't understand is eggnog.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
I got a weird relationship with eggnog.
When
I was a kid, I liked it, and then I didn't have it for like 20 years. And I was out at a store. It was during Christmas time, and there was a bottle of it, and it was alcohol based. And me being an absolute fish, I'm like, ooh, cool, look at that eggnog. And I bought it, and it was disgusting.
So gross. It's one of those, like, when you go to an event and they'll be like, hey, Sean, hey, Joe, can I get you guys a cup of eggnog? Like, please don't. I mean, what else do you have that you can share?
I'd like to try some. I don't know if I'm assuming there's differences between, eggnogs, or I don't know if people make it or whatever. So maybe the stuff I had was, crappy. I'm not going to put it, I'll put it on the same level as like guacamole to me. Like I've had guacamole I can't stand, but I've had some guacamole that I could eat that straight out the bowl, and it was just how it was made.
Whoa, wait.
I'm going to rewind and say that again.
You don't like avocados?
I know, everybody gives me crap about this.
That is so random.
Absolutely disgusting.
That is.
I mean, I shouldn't say I don't like guacamole. Most guacamole I'm okay with.
Wait, are you pronouncing it guacamole?
Yeah, guacamole. Well, how do you say it? Guacamole?
No, it's guacamole.
Guacamole?
Yeah, the G is hard.
You know. Yeah, and that's the reason I don't like avocados, because it's not hard. It's soft. It's gross. It's mushy. It's disgusting.
What do you eat with nachos?
They have like, cheese and meat and
But
pico de gallo. And
but
stuff
no
like that.
guacamole.
No, sour cream. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they'll put it on the nachos. I just push it to the side. Well, I said guacamole, I'm usually okay with. Generally, it's all right. But avocados I can't stand. But generally speaking, if I do have guac, I'll usually move it to the side. I don't really want to.
I feel like you're doing the Stewie Griffin Cool Whip. Cool Whip. And why are you saying it like that? Cool.
It's the way I've always said it. What do you want?
Guacamole.
Guacamole. What was it again? Guacamole?
No, it's guacamole. I think this guacamole would make a great single for your new B-side album.
Maybe it's the mix of my California accent and my Michigan accent.
You spent time in Michigan?
Oh God! How long have we been doing this shit?
I don't know. Well, it feels like every time
in Michigan when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
For a number of years, not for a super long time, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we can continue that part of the conversation later.
What were we talking about? Eggnog?
Eggnog. Yep.
Oh, okay.
What kind of liquor goes into eggnog?
We mean like if you were to have like eggnog,
is it bourbon?
I would assume something like that. Yeah. Like the stuff I bought, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't expensive, so that might be a key problem to why it tasted the way it did. I want to say that the stuff I had, I have the vision of the bottle. It's a Captain Morgan knockoff. I mean, an absolute.
You know you're in a good time when.
Right. Well, first, I don't think Captain Morgan is, considered particularly top shelf, rum or whatever. But it's a brand that I see it in my head, and it's stupid. It's another guy, like I don't know,
Frangelico type bottle.
What is Frangelico? I don't know what that is.
Frangelico?
Yeah, is that like a?
That's another like liqueur. It's the tall bottle. Looks kind of like a monk standing there. It's got a little rope around its waist.
No, it wasn't that. It was like another. It's like another thing. So we got Captain Morgan. It might as well have been like Major something or other. So it's another. It's an actual knockoff, and I feel stupid because I've seen the bottle. I just can't remember the stupid name.
Do you find it in liquor stores?
Yeah. It's not just eggnog. Obviously, they have all kinds of whatever brand it is. Damn, what Admiral Nelson. Admiral Nelson.
I'm gonna have to Google this. I don't
Admiral
remember.
Nelson. Oh, I don't even.
Nelson.
It's got to be bottom shelf shit. And it was just eggnog. And I'm like, and it was the only one they had. I'm like, oh, I'll buy it. It wasn't expensive. I'm like, how bad can it be? It's eggnog. And I remember liking eggnog as a kid. And I took a sip of it, and I was just like, ugh. But just throw that bottle away. That's disgusting.
Oh, Admiral Nelson spiced rum.
Yeah, there you go, Admiral Nelson.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, you can get a bottle of Admiral Nelson for $12.99. Like that, just on price point alone, I'm not drinking that.
Oh God, it's low budget.
Yeah,
that's rot gut shit.
That's one of those where they talk about being charcoal distilled, but they're talking about like the briquettes in your barbecue.
Hey, it has to be better than Captain Morgan because he's multiple ranks higher than a captain. He's an admiral.
Is that part of their marketing scheme?
That's part of my logic.
And it totally makes sense. If you're going to level up something. Yeah,
I mean, because if it was worse, he'd be like Corporal Nelson.
Oh, man. You need like an organ swap after drinking that.
I don't remember. It was on sale. And I think at the time when I did, this was years ago, I knew, I had the vision of me looking at it going like, ooh, eggnog. And I saw the Admiral Nelson, and I remember saying like, well, it's obviously some sort of Captain Morgan, knockoff or something, right? Mm-hmm. And I was looking at it, and I was thinking to myself like, well, I mean, I don't know anything about the brand. I mean, how bad can it be? And then you get home and you drink it and it's shit, and you start to think about it like, there's a lower shelf alcohol. But there's no better sign that it's shit lower shelf alcohol than when it actually is mimicking an existing brand.
Yes.
Right. If it was just random, whatever, eggnog, spice, whatever was in it, and it was just a random name, Bennington's or whatever, like, okay, I don't really know. even if it was cheap. But when it's actual, clearly ripping off the mascot and the name, it's got to be bad. It's got to be really, really bad.
Well, it's also a great, in terms of tradition, it's a great time of the year where these, a lot of people do these Christmas type mugs, and they'll serve like cocktails in a Christmas mug.
Yeah.
But one of the other like hard passes for me is when people will say, "Oh, you don't want any eggnog? Can I get you some peppermint schnapps?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I need."
Just straight peppermint schnapps.
Just straight peppermint schnapps.
What kind of offer
I don't
is
even
that?
know like anytime any schnapps ever sounds great. It's like I'm not trying to find a gasoline substitute for my car. I'm looking for, to catch a buzz and have a drink.
I don't think anyone's ever offered me straight schnapps. I don't think it was like, oh, you want some peach schnapps? Like that's the thing.
I've had that before, yeah.
I mean, what do you do with schnapps? What are you supposed to do with it?
They have like these little, almost like cordial glasses that they'll serve it in.
So are you supposed? Is it designed? I guess what I'm asking: does schnapps, when they make the stuff, is it designed to be consumed straight?
Generally, if you're drinking it, my personal experience is you're a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, obviously.
It's basically like, oh, they were out of the 151, so now I'm going to just drink schnapps.
I think my only, I don't know if I've really, I know I've had it, but my experience is people would mix it with something. Like it was always I think it was like a teenage thing where it was like someone would get root beer schnapps and then get root beer, and then then you mix it and there you go. Like so, I've never perceived schnapps to be something you would consume straight. It would be something like if you use it in a drink. Like this drink has like a peppermint thing that's supposed to be part of that drink. Put a little peppermint schnapps in it, and there you go, right? I didn't know it was something that you were supposed to consume straight, or that the people that make it, they market it that way, or that's the way they made it.
Well, it's also cheap too, right? It's like ultra distilled, it's not going through a multiple, what do you call it, fracturing?
Okay.
Well, they keep breaking it down multiple times it makes the alcohol cleaner and more potent, less of a hangover. Mm-hmm. But they probably, with schnapps, they like pass it through one time. They're like, drink this out of this paint bucket.
Probably made in a bathtub.
Yes.
Just, you go to the factory and it's just thousands of old bathtubs filled to the brim. with some guy just with a stick stirring some shit. Like, what are you doing?
Cauldron of something or other. Do you have like Christmas movies that you like to watch each year?
Oh yeah, the greatest Christmas movie ever created, which is Die Hard.
And we've had that conversation.
Yeah, we have. I know.
This time around, I will watch it this year.
Oh yeah,
I've never seen it. I will watch it this year.
We could just go back and forth with the crap that I have not done that you think is insane, and versus the stuff that you haven't done or seen or whatever that I think is absolutely insane. It is a really good film, but like a straight holiday film. Mm-hmm. If I'm gonna dip into the childhood, I'm gonna say Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Ooh, the old claymation one.
Yeah,
that's a classic. Mm-hmm. What about like It's a Wonderful Life? With Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I saw it when I was maybe 13 or 14. I don't remember being particularly moved by it. I do remember my dad. We did It's a Wonderful Life. It was Miracle on 42nd Street or 34th Street?
34th Street.
34th Street. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was pretty good. It's a Wonderful Life's a good film, too. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever been into those types of films. I hate this sounds really, really like just pessimistic and jaded. They always came across to me as just being phony. Even when I was a kid, I'm just like, oh, God, sappy-ass film.
You thought Home Alone was fake?
And, yes, I thought that was a little bit of a stretch. But I never watched Home Alone during Christmas. I saw that movie at some other point, so I wasn't like I don't have a Christmas connection with Home Alone.
Mm. What about White Christmas with Bing Crosby?
I've never seen it.
Wow, man, have
you ever seen Black Christmas?
That's a slice of Americana. Black Christmas?
Yeah, it's considered the first slasher film.
No.
Yeah, so all that Michael Myers. See, Michael Myers and Halloween get that kind of that mark as the first kind of true slasher movie. Mm-hmm. Now, Black Christmas came out years before that. And it's essentially the same kind of concept. Some crazy maniac ripping through, as I recall, some sort of a house and killing people. Mm. Yeah. So, but again, that's probably not the the most
not the
kid friendly.
Right. What about It's a Charlie Brown Christmas?
Yeah, that's a great one. That's not a movie though. It's just a TV show, isn't it? Or like I mean,
It's-
like what do you call it? Like
It was like adapted to. It was it was on
how long?
TV.
I guess my question is how long was it? Was it a half hour? Or
It's
was
a
it an
little bit
hour?
longer than that, but yeah, it's not like a feature film.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a classic. I haven't seen that since I was a kid, so I couldn't even get into that one. I'm more familiar. Well, I say more familiar. I remember the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah,
that's the one I remember.
And the Thanksgiving one's good for Charlie Brown, and the Valentine one's good. Yeah, I love those things growing up. What about?
What's it? Wait a second. Before, remember Frosty the Snow? What there were movies they would play every year at Christmas, and of course the one where I'm surprised people who, if they're listening to this, are screaming at us right now. We haven't mentioned a Christmas
Scrooge?
Story. No, Christmas Story.
Yeah, Christmas Story.
Yeah, the one that
Scrooge.
would no, not Christmas Story. No, what's the other one with the kid and the Red Ryder BB gun? Oh, people are so mad right now. They're screaming at us.
Oh.
What is that one called? They would play it 24 hours straight on cable.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the most memorable. That's considered the classic.
Where he got his tongue stuck to the light post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called A Christmas Story, isn't it? The Scrooge one is when you're talking with Scrooge, the original, that's a
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ! I can't believe, and folks, we're not even drinking, so we're stone cold sober. You think we'd remember this shit? So A Christmas Story is a classic, and I've seen that at least a dozen times.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have the the lady leg lamp. Stupid.
Yes. Also, I would say I'm surprised you don't have one of those in your house.
I mean, there's a point I think in my life where I considered it, but even I'm not that tacky to do that. I mean, it's a great film, and that scene is so iconic to me because the guy really believes he's got this just classy piece of art, and everybody else is like, this is the most disgusting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets it in the box, it says fragile, like every other package, and he thinks it says, he goes, look, it's French, it's fragile, or some shit like that.
Yes, is one of many great movie one-liners.
Yeah.
Fragile. You could just say that. You already know what film you're talking about.
I mean, it's just a well-written film. The whole, I think a lot of kids probably identify with it. Like when he has. When the grandmother, the gift is that full bunny suit, and he hates it because he's at an age where this is not if cool or fun, but they still, peg him as being, like, oh, a kid will love this. And the mother just happened to, I guess the mother in that movie, maybe I kind of identified her with my own mother. My own mother probably would have done this. Just like tells him, like, look, I know, but, for your grandmother, just put the damn thing on and have to walk downstairs. And I had my brother, laughing his ass off at me, like, what a fag, just roasting me.
Yeah. No, it's I love again everything about Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Leave a like on the video. I know you're enjoying this. Can you shut up?
The internet's answer to a question that was never asked. The Tilted Table with Sean and Joe.
Are you into ugly sweaters?
I don't have one. I've been invited to parties that have them. I've never bought one.
Is that like a religious thing?
No, I don't even know why. Like, I just haven't. The last time I did anything that was remotely like that, or tried to, was a friend of mine was having a pajama party. So everybody, got the same pajamas, and the idea was to go over to the house and we would have some kind of Christmas celebration, but we're all wearing pajamas. But that fell through. So we didn't do it, but we did buy the pajamas. Full on, flannel, the whole 9 yards. But we never used them.
There's a website out there called 80stees.com. Epic site. I bought stuff off there, I think, since they first started. So anything you can imagine about like 80s, 90s pop culture, cartoons, movies, politics, whatever it is, like they've got it. Their Christmas section, and so 80stees.com or Tipsy Elves is another fantastic one. And it's funny because this been going for a number of years. It's right after New Year's, Tipsy Elves will have like a 90% off sale, trying to like unload all their stuff.
unload
right?
all their Christmas shit.
Yeah. So then Cookie will buy new ugly Christmas sweaters for next year.
Sure.
So we always have like, 2 or 3 fresh ones on deck.
Yeah, I've never done the ugly sweater thing. And it sucks because I actually have seen a lot of ugly sweaters. I thought were like, oh, that'd be cool to have that and wear that. And I just never did it.
Get one of those that like has Christmas lights that light up.
Oh, yeah.
has the built-in battery pack. Just wear it all year long.
Oh my God. So, what are you got any plans for New Year's? Since we're traveling along the holiday lines, or
I have no idea what happens on New Year's.
what do you typically do on New? Well, I guess what have you typically done?
Well, in many moons ago, before my professional life, my buddy Dave and I would go to these. I mean, this again, we're talking 25 years ago. But we would like go to San Francisco, LA, Vegas, out in the desert, and do these like just wild raves for New Year's Eve. And that was always really, really fantastic. And then now as I'm older, maybe a smidge wiser, it's usually like at a really nice restaurant, with the second seating so you can stay up until the ball drops type of a deal. But I don't know, man. I go to bed at 9 o'clock, so it's, staying up until midnight's not really my jam.
Even for New Year's?
Yeah, even for New Year's.
Oh, shit. Okay. No. Cause similar. I mean, like when I was young, it was just a massive party wherever I was at. Just, everybody's, going ham and celebrating the New Year, which in hindsight, I now think is kind of a weird thing to celebrate. It's like, I get that it's the calendar year switching over, but people always seem to make it like it's a new beginning.
Yes.
Getting rid of the old year and welcoming this new year. And maybe I'm being more of like picking apart social construction. It's like, come on, it's just a calendar.
Right.
This day is really no different than any other day. It didn't reset anything.
I hear you.
See, I understand holidays, even if the holiday isn't really accurate. Like, obviously Jesus Christ was not born on December 25th, right? But it's, like the 4th of July, these things, I think they carry some kind of meaning. I just don't know if New Year's really has, if you look at it from a step back and look at it, it doesn't really have a meaning. Just because the year switching to a new number, I just don't think that really means much of anything. Oh man, this year's going to be different. This year's going to be different. No, it isn't. Well, it's going to be different for you.
I think it's the one around this time of the year. It's the one holiday that it's really meant for like friend. And I'm painting with a really broad brush here, but it's meant for friends, right? Like Thanksgiving, family, Christmas, family, New Year's. Get loaded out of your mind with all your pals.
Well, yes,
right?
because you just spent 2 holidays with your family. You need to get away and get loaded.
Rage into the early morning hours and then pass out in your front yard like a good American.
Yeah, right. The thing that I think that I kind of trip out on with New Year's, and the reason why I think I'm saying what I'm saying is how many times I've gone out on New Year's Eve, and how people, are just overtly excited, and it's just a big, party. And I mean, it's people treat it bigger than their own birthday, which I think is fascinating to me. That the day that you were born, the whole reason you're even here, something you probably should celebrate with, some seriousness, and to think, to really think about life, because now you're a year older, right? Just, I don't know what it is about New Year's Eve where people just, they'll celebrate that day that day bigger than their own birthday. And I'm just thinking like, it just, I don't know. I don't know how to describe, just, it seems so weird to me. People really just love this.
Well, I think one of the other things.
Count down the clock too,
yes. Well, it's drinking starts at 4 or 5 or whenever, right? But then it's like you have a bunch of people that normally don't party like that, and then now you got them drinking for 8 hours straight, and it never ends well. So I think one of the other things too is I have 2 friends that are police officers, and they're like, man, if there's ever a night that you can just stay home, like that's the one, because everybody's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the restaurant or the bar, and I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 drinks, and then not make the right decision and grab an Uber, right? And then they're like, you have no idea how many DUIs. Like, we're just camped out waiting. We don't even have to try. You're just like, you look at that car swerve. Like, boop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. And I think the last time I went out, on New Year's Eve was, so I did it 2 years in a row where I went out as a patron, and we just Ubered, and again, maybe I guess it's an age thing too, because it's like, you go from one place to the next until you get to a spot where you really can't leave because it's getting too close to midnight, and everybody's just getting annihilated. And so that was one night. And then the next year I played a show on New Year's Eve. So now I'm on the other side of that fence where I'm the entertainment, right? So, and that's and you're just playing and everybody's celebrating, the new year. And I remember sitting there going, okay, you're still the same alcoholic you were last year.
You're just carrying it forward. Well, I would say the one thing, and I hear you and I agree with you on like the advertisement, like the mentality behind it. The one thing that always bugged me since I was a little kid is like seeing how they would portray it as like the old decrepit man is kind of like going out on his cane like through the door, and like the little baby in the diapers coming in the other door. I was like, that's stupid. I don't know why we do that.
It's just, they're trying to, put some kind of graphic representation to it.
It's like the florist trade is like coming up with a new advertising campaign.
Yeah. Yeah. And, then of course you got to deal with the New Year's resolutions. And this is the one thing I do not like about the new year is the gym gets insanely crowded.
Yep.
Because every motherfucker thinks that this is the year, baby.
Finally, new year, new me.
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah.
Until the 7th.
The guys at the gym tell me it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to start to see a big drop off, where people either cancel their memberships or they just stop showing up.
Yeah.
So I don't make New Year's resolutions. I made one in my life, and it lasted literally. Let's see, I made it. You make the resolution at midnight, right? And then it's like, okay, so we go to bed. I woke up probably at 8 or 9 the next day. By 10 o'clock, I'd already busted that resolution. That was the stop smoking New Year's resolution, and I stopped smoking. Just without having to pick a fucking a year to like say, okay, man, I got 30 days left before the new year, we're gonna smoke it up, but come January 1st, done. I'm done.
Cold turkey.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of resolutions, so I have never been the resolution person. I would sometimes I'll have like a goal, but it's been just the last really let's see, 2023, last year, and then this year. And so I have my big thing that I came up with today, actually. So I know you already know this, but my 2025 goal is to run, walk in my tactical vest, which weighs 31 pounds, to run, walk 1,500 miles. I'm going to hit 1,500 miles on Tuesday.
Oh shit! Well, congratulations.
So, and I think there's the fork in the road, right? There's the people that you hit your goal and you just call it a day, and then there's the people that are like, hey man, there's still time on the clock. I'm going to move my own goalposts. So I figured I've just moved it from 1,500 to 1,600 miles for the year. So I've already mapped out exactly what my daily routine is. So stay tuned. I'm very excited. Because I'm sure someone out there, but I've never heard of someone running, walking 13, 14, 15, 1,600 miles a year.
I'm sure there's
somewhere.
There's people out there that probably do it, all the time. They might be the same as you. They just, map out whatever they're going to do in a given, set of days over the period of, a year. And then if I can walk this much every day, I'm going to hit this goal. I'm sure there's people out there that are walk freaks like that. I swear to God,
though, right?
I think it's insane, and I'm amazed and I'm impressed and bow down to you, because I swear to God, I've been trying to just go out and take a walk for weeks, and I still can't get my ass to do it. And this is strange because I'm real adamant about going to the gym. Like, I don't miss my routine at the gym.
You are very, very dedicated.
But the thing is that in practicality, going out and taking a walk, which is actually nice, and it's a lot easier than going to the gym and working out for like 2 hours. And for some reason, I can find the energy, the dedication to hit the gym. But when it comes to simply opening my door and just start putting one foot in front of the other, it's just a fucking hurdle I can't seem to overcome. And it's weird.
Literally the stoop of your door, you can't make it across.
Right. And what's weird is, so there was a period of time, and this is what really bothers me about it. There's a period of time where I was walking. I'm not gonna say every day, but it was pretty close. And I had a little route around my neighborhood, and it took about 45 minutes. I don't know how many miles it is, probably maybe 2. I don't know how long it takes you. I didn't really calculate, the distance. I just like, well, this 45-minute walk seems like it's a nice solid walk. And I was doing it, and then it stopped. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss I missed a day, I missed 2 days or whatever. I'm right back on it. It just did not happen. And now that I'm seriously, I get up every morning going like, yeah, man. Well, not every morning. It happens on every Sunday and Monday. I'm like, okay, this is the week. All right, just you can do this. This isn't hard. It's not like it's physically that taxing.
No.
Right? And it's actually nice. It's nice to get out and take a walk. Right? And I just, for some reason, I can't find the fucking motivation to do it. It's actually bothering me because it's pretty damn easy.
Well, I forget the statistic on how many days it is, or consistency does it take to develop a habit. But yeah, it's something that I would go so far as to say is like, it's my sacred time. Like I do not miss it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lightning, rain, cold, freezing, fog, darkness, no sleep, strep throat. I mean, it's time that I won't miss. It's very treasured, and it helps keep my head on straight and gives me a lot of life perspective, and the amount of amazing just personal interactions that I come across. Like here's a good example. There's a homeless gentleman that lives somewhere around our neighborhood, and I think he's schizophrenic too. That I always make it a point that whenever I see him, I'll like smile, wave, and like, hey, what's up, man? And he, at the very beginning of me doing that was like, that's weird, right? Like, who is this person that's like, A, acknowledging my existence, and B, is being nice, right? Like not chasing me off or any of that kind of stuff. And then just over a period of months, it's gotten to the point that whenever we see each other and I'm like running towards him and he's coming towards me, that as I pass, we just give each other a high five.
That's nice. That's
yeah, man. And like a week ago, I saw him again. I'm running towards him and he's coming my direction, and I saw him holding something in his hand, and so I did this thing, smiling like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And he held out a long stem rose to me and was like, "I appreciate you, man," and gave me a high five. And so like in what I would say is like in the time of an angel's wink, like I think something very beautiful just happened. Like again, acknowledging somebody who probably is invisible to most of society, right? And it's kind of and that rose to me is like, hey man, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
right.
That's awesome.
And so I'm really going to that consistency, thankful for the time, because those just moments of walking out the door.
Yeah.
Like, how would I know about the schizophrenic homeless guy in the neighborhood to begin with? Let alone I have kind of a quasi relationship with this person.
Yeah, and if you think about it, he probably doesn't get a consistent anybody acknowledging him.
Never.
And your consistency probably is at least ingrained somewhere in his head that he knows every day, this guy's going to come by and I'm going to have some kind of exchange with this guy, a friendly exchange, which I think is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. Like
man.
how much, I don't know how much consistency is in a homeless person's life, and to have that kind of consistency, knowing that without fail every day I'm going to see this person.
Well, and I think thank you for the kind words. And I think it goes, there's always going to be a little, with most people, kind of quasi, like something as simple as like, do I touch this person?
Oh, well,
right?
Aren't you kind of a germaphobe?
I am. Yeah.
So
but
homeless people aren't the cleanest people. So
no. And, but I kind of played it out in my mind. I'm like, what is more important? Right. Like I can wash my hands. It's not a big deal.
Right.
But just that very simple, like, human acknowledgement.
I mean, I'm not afraid of germs. I work in a damn school, so I'm screwed no matter what.
Oh, well, here's
a germ factory. I'm done.
And this is not getting too far off the rabbit trail, but here's like another just encouragement for people and for you to walk out the front door. This is about a year ago. it had to be like 5:50 in the morning. It was flipping cold. It felt like I'm severely asthmatic, and the air was so cold. It felt like I could see the molecules in the air starting to stop moving. It felt like I was like,
that was the fog,
breathing razor blades.
That was just the fog.
And I'm running it, and there's like a ribbon of light over the horizon. Again, the sun's not up, and about 100 yards in front of me, I see this homeless person that is walking away. I'm running towards them. They're walking away from me, right? And they're dragging a sleeping bag behind them. And I decided I'm not going, a lot of people would say, I'm going to move to the other side of the road.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not, whatever this is, if I get stabbed, no one's going to find me for an hour, and I'm going to freeze to death and bleed out on the concrete. I think that's the majority of people. I decided, you know what? I'm going to stay my course, and I'm going to make myself known. Like, I'm not going to sneak up behind him or anything. But so as I'm running toward him, and you could hear my rig, my vest. It's kind of like chunka chunka chunka. And I was probably about 15 yards away, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he turned around, he pointed at me, and he's like, "Hey, man, I see you out here every morning, and just wanted to say you're an inspiration."
Oh, fucking A, man. That's
right?
Cool.
And it was like, and I gave him a knuckles as I went by, and I thought, dude, I know every crack, undulation, leaf in the tree, branches that are falling. I mean, when you cover that type of mileage in an area, never seen this person. I've never seen that person before, and I've never seen them since.
Well, he's clearly seen you. That's the important thing, right?
But I thought, awesome. I was like, again, just being willing to go outside and have interactions with people that you would never talk to.
Yeah, well, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's gonna be my New Year's resolution. There, I'm actually gonna sell out and make one. I'm gonna start. I'll probably do it. I'm gonna try to do it before. I make this resolution every week on Sunday night.
Just start tomorrow, man. Just start tomorrow. You don't need the calendar to
tomorrow
flip.
On a Thursday. Come on, man. You don't start anything on a Thursday. You'll never get it done.
It's the story. All great adventures start with a single step.
Right. The journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with one step. For sure, man.
Okay. Well, last question before we wrap things up. Do you ever buy yourself your own Christmas present?
You mean in terms of wrapping something up that
No. Okay. Think of like something that you're like, you know what? Finally, I'm going to get myself something nice.
I do it. I think all the time. I don't think about it like, oh, it's Christmas, I'm going to buy this thing that I've always wanted. As an adult and having, a decent amount of money, nothing is really off limits to me. And so I will occasionally buy things that like, wow, I've always wanted that, and a lot of it is kind of, it's not impulse, but you think about something, you're like, oh, I remember this thing or that thing, and like, oh, I always wanted one of those things. Recently, and I guess it could be a Christmas gift. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with go-karts, so I went to one of these racetracks.
Ooh.
I think around here it would have been like a Malibu Grand Prix kind of thing, right? And again, they're just go-karts, and they were obviously designed to be like little Formula One cars and crap like that. And it wasn't too long ago, I was just thinking about that, how much fun that was. And I remember telling my dad I wanted a go-kart. And my parents were never going to buy me any shit like this. And that's that lingering thought in the back of your head. And I was talking with somebody the other day. They were going to buy their kid one of those. They had like a little toddler, one of those Power Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember when I saw those commercials, and I want one of those things too. And so in the last couple of days, I was thinking like, man, it'd be cool as hell because where I live, it's a quiet enough neighborhood that I could get a go-kart and I would be balling up and down the streets. So I have thought about that. I don't think I'm going to do it because that's the kind of thing I would purchase, and probably 6 months down the road, I'd be like, man, how the fuck did I buy this thing for?
Put it up on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same when you like buy an arcade game, an arcade cabinet. Like, it's super dope, but after about 3 weeks of, having, one of those things, I'm just like, how much can I sell this for?
Yeah. Well, if you do get yourself something for Christmas this year, I have I can send you the link. There's a place that makes an exact replica forged steel He-Man power sword.
Yeah,
I think you should mount that in the back window of your truck.
I think I would rather have a life-size Skeletor, action figure, because they're not dolls, they're action figures. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, that's fact. That's a fact. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I have an important announcement for you, so stay tuned.
Yo, that's some next-level shit, bruh. So you got me. Big deal.
The Internet's answer to a question no one asked. The Tilted Table with Sean and Joe.
Folks, thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Tilted Table, the Internet's answer to a question that no one asked. I'm Sean Kabibi.
And I am Joey Joe with the Fracky Mac.
And you can catch us on all major social media platforms at The Tilted Table 1.
Like, subscribe, send us a note, do all the things.
And send us presents.
Yes,
It's
I want
Christmas
lots
time.
of, give me presents. And go, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Oh, it's creepy. Peace.